So the ingredients you're going to need to make Diples are ground cinnamon, olive oil, honey, canola oil, all-purpose flour, an orange, you don't need that, baking powder, sugar, and salt. So the first step to make Diples is to make the dough. To make that, in one bowl, you're going to need 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and some orange zest. And then in another bowl, you're going to need 3 eggs, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/4 cup of orange juice, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You're then going to whisk the eggs with all the other ingredients and then add it to the flour to start making the dough. We go in bloopers if there is any. Mom, stop! Never whiz! Stop it! Okay, so when you're done mixing all of your dough, it should look something like that. Then you're going to put some flour on your table, put down the dough, and then you have to start rolling it. So you want to sprinkle a little bit of flour on it so that it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. And then you can start to roll. It's a lot harder than they make it look, honestly. Okay, so you're going to want to try to make it as thin as possible so that when you're frying it, it doesn't take up too much space in your pot. Okay, so now you're going to fill up a pot full of oil. Should be good enough. And then we are going to turn on this. And hopefully by the time we're done with the dough, that should also be ready. So in another saucepan, you're going to put a cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of water to start making the syrup, which we are going to use to put on top of our Diples. So once your sugar water is completely dissolved, you're going to add 1/2 cup of honey to it. Okay, so to test if your oil is ready, you're going to cut off a little piece, and then you're just going to plop it in, and that should hopefully tell you if it's ready or not. You should be seeing little bubbles, and it should pop back up. So after a little bit, you're going to want to flip it, and you should see it should be around a golden color. So you are then going to put your dough into the shapes you want. The most common type is the roll, and the other kind, for inexperienced people like myself, is the bow. So you're then just going to take pieces of dough and plop them into the oil. Okay, so the last step, once you're done frying, is to put on the syrup and then a little bit of cinnamon. So. And there you go.
Okay, the sauce around here is what?
It is sugar water and honey.
Do I use my fingers or a fork or?
You use your fingers.
Use my fingers.
Yeah.
Should I wash my hands first?
Yeah.
I did. Okay. like some?
You're supposed to be recording?
It's really bad not to have opposable thumbs, isn't it? Seal of approval.